let us see if I can just read Ethan's here. You know what I'll do too? I'm gonna bust out the transcript. That's what I'll do. I'll show you my shame. Look at that. It's light mode chat. No, I just this is a new browser that I've been using for a few months here, and I just have not changed it into dark mode. All right. So hopefully I'll be able to follow along enough to react. I can't hear anything, chat, though. You will have to understand. Hey, if there's anything that shows up audibly that doesn't show up on the captions, could you please let me know? You know what I'm saying, chat? I'm gonna have to imagine Ethan's coughing. That's right. But if there's anything important that is just that doesn't make it to the caption, but you can hear it, let me know, because you'll be able to hear everything just fine. Your experience will be unaffected. It is my experience that is going to be severely compromised tonight, to the point where I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure if I can. You know, I'm not sure how this is going to work, but we're going to make it work, chat, nonetheless. All right, let's go.
He's a mega talent. It's just unreal.
Minor.
Oh yeah, and I dropped the you guys remember on Friday we dropped the nuclear bomb.
Oh right.
Obviously,
I'm gonna move this too.
Was that just
Move the.
It was last Friday, yeah.
Wow.
3,
And
2,
long weekend.
1, 0.
There was a lot of apprehension within our fan base, which I understand. They get nervous. They say, I think this is going to backfire for Ethan, which, again, fair enough. There's a lot of people that don't know about my history. Where I cut my teeth on YouTube was doing H3.
So yeah, a lot of people that don't know about my history, where I cut my teeth. He is talking. Mute Ethan and do a lip reading. There we go. Well, I don't have to mute it. Mute him for you? It's bad enough that he's muted for me. So yeah, H3 Productions. Yeah, I talked about this the other night. H3 Productions is Ethan's main channel when he was doing content that people really liked. And if you look at the average views on that channel, he's about to go into this in a second. If you look at the average views on that channel, they're way higher than the views, you know, on any other channel that he has. In fact, his subs on that channel are still pretty high. They're dropping. He's lost 50,000 subs since releasing the nuke. So 50,000 people dropped off, which, you know, like some of that is normal, but 50,000 is a little bit excessive. There's definitely people that didn't remember they were subscribed to that are annoyed to get that in their recommends. And Ethan thinking he's Kendrick in this beef while supporting Epstein is crazy. That is kind of wild. Yeah, if anything, he's like, wait, chat, who's like a Drake ally? Is there anybody in the big three that supports Drake? But yeah, what he's talking about is that back in the day, or like 4 years ago, all right? So before he started Frenemies, before he started the H3H3 podcast, which people really didn't like at first. Skybird, thank you for becoming a sponsor. That's really cool of you. I wish I could hear the alert. But thank you. It means a lot to me, especially tonight. Jen is correct about that as well. Wait, what did Jen say? What did Jen say? Oh no, I'm in top chat. I gotta get out of top chat. And you should too. Is it hiding your messages, Jen? There you are. We see white dudes like Destiny and Vosh in POC spaces all the time. They will regurgitate whatever popular, mildly progressive takes, but bite us when they are challenged. Racist cores come out. Yeah, I mean, that's probably something that you've had. It's probably something that you've seen many times. DJ Academics was with Drake, or are you just saying that because of DJ Academics saying that weird shit to that 15-year-old? J. Cole said, leave him the fuck out of it. J. Cole doesn't want to be dragged into that, no. J. Cole, yeah, didn't J. Cole kind of... like, I feel like J. Cole wasn't J. Cole in like a diss track battle and kind of dipped out? before the whole Drake. Anyway, chat. I'm sorry. I'm like talking to you about. I mean, look. Kendrick did win what, Song of the Year, Album of the Year? Is that right? On the Grammys. The podcast was kind of dog shit until they moved into more of a show format. Oh, until that, what, they brought on their crew? Is that what you mean by the show format? I could see that. I could see that. I mean, it really does benefit from all the drops and the unironic. Oh, so for real. So DJ Academic is a Drake fan. Yeah. That's who Ethan is, like, minus the inappropriate conversation with 15-year-olds, let's hope. Is DJ Academics. He's the #1 Drake bootlicker? Wow. But yeah, no, he's talking about his his old channel. He did, I showed you this last night. He did a whole bunch of videos. He did a content nuke on Keemstar. Who was the other person? Oh my god, I want to see it now. I gotta know. I gotta remind myself. H3 Productions.
Hey man, I have no.
So yeah, Keemstar. Who is the other content? Let me. Content nuke. Don't tell me it's just Hassan and Keemstar. I thought he did one other content nuke. Am I wrong? He did one? Is that right, chat? I thought that there was somebody else that he did a content nuke. Anyway, the content nuke maybe was more of iDubbbz's thing, and H3 was definitely associated with iDubbbz back in the day. Yeah, I mean, he knew all the people. He was friends with the people. He was bringing on, like, really big, like, look at that, Justin Roiland. Like, who at the time before the, scandal was a really big guest to get. What's his fuck? Oh my god, I can't remember the dude's name. Guitar guy? Oh my god, what is guitar guy? That's great. Yes, the guy that plays guitar. I can't remember this person's name, but they used to be relevant. Oh my god, I'm never gonna find it, am I? The Vosh thing wasn't a content nuke? No, it never made it to this channel. The Vosh thing was like a 3 or 4 day, I don't know, just like a drama stream, I guess. Like, he's done drama streams on his main channel a lot. And he loves it because he doesn't, I think it's easier than making content for his audience. Not Slash. Who's the guy that Ethan had on that was Post Malone? I'm like, I was thinking, like, I was about to say, like, pre something, or like Post Malone. He fucking had Post Malone on when Post Malone was just blowing up. Like, Ethan was huge back before he switched up his format. And even after he switched up his format, right? Frenemies, all that stuff was huge. And yeah, like, he's trying to say, I'm an OG from YouTube. I did content nukes just like iDubbbz. He did one content nuke. Look at how he milked it, though. Look, we got the content nuke Keemstar, then we got Nuclear Fallout, then we got Nuclear Winter. He stretched this out into 3 videos. Probably from Keemstar trying to cope and come back from it, but yeah, I mean, he's literally farming drama. That's literally Ethan farming drama, so that's what he's trying to tell you. But what he doesn't realize is how aware people are and how much he has fallen off.
Videos.
So you want some fucking tea?
And that channel, it was a very fucking heavy hitter in its time.
He was a heavy hitter. He was a contender, Chad. He could have been a contender.
And it's been 5 years since I posted there. But, you know, this has been my passion project. You guys heard me talking about it. And I was feeling very confident. And I'm happy to say that I think it's been very well received.
He told Post Malone that was Post Malone that was in there, that women were meant to be conquered in a nature setting. I thought that was Filthy Frank. Was Post Malone there too, DJ Giga? Sure that Post Malone was feeling that vibe. Wait, Post Malone was a part of Skyda's Minecraft's friend group before he got famous. Wait, did Sky get exposed, or was it just that lion person?
And the views have been fantastic. People in our community
You can tell he hasn't edited in a long time. His style is stale. Yeah, his style is it might as well have been locked up in a 2016 or 20, what it would be, like 2019, 5 years, like 2019, 2018. It's like a time capsule. It's a time capsule.
have been overwhelmingly supportive of it, and I'm very grateful to everybody who's been watching and sharing and enjoying. It has 2.1 million
Filthy Frank reacted in the background, but yeah, Post Malone was on that episode.
views right now, which is fantastic.
That's great. I was scared the algorithm would like ruin it because it's like super old.
Who's Pre-Malone? Pre-Malone is Post Malone's pre-workout.
Inactive channel, but hey, here we are, 2 mil. It's crazy.
Well, at first it was doing really good. In
Oh shit!
Just watching my algorithm.
If you looked at it compared to our old videos, it was underperforming, but it slowly started to pass.
No, here's the deal though. It's still underperforming. Like, I mean, it was underperforming more, I guess, earlier.
A lot of the
2 million views does not sound bad. It's never gonna sound bad. But compared to what that channel is used to getting, yeah, it's and considering how much fucking drama there is around, how much motion there is on the Hassan Ethan thing, how many views people have gotten on, you know, covering Ethan, actually I think kind of dwarfs, if you put all the Twitch streamers together, all the streams, all the videos, everything that came out, it's gonna be more than what he got on that video, which is about 2.1 million.
My top 10 uploads list is funky because like some of that shit's like 3 years old.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm competing with shit that's 3 years old.
Older than that, right?
On the top, maybe, yeah. I just really haven't posted a lot.
DJ Elma says, I want to remove my view. Well, look, you can always watch. If you don't want to contribute to a toxic content creator who's, you know, got a video that's relevant, you can always come here and watch, right? That's a great way to deny them that view.
But there's been a lot of talk. I know I have enough for a part 2. And there's actually some stuff that I've been looking over, and I was like, oh, fuck, how did I forget to include that? Actually,
what does Ethan do now? You're looking at it. The H3 show. Yeah. And it used to be pretty big. Like, he got his podcast pretty big. He used to get maybe more than Hassan. I mean, that's why he's so mad. That's why this hurt him so bad. His haircut is 3 years old now. Damn. Mine probably is too. Definitely watched the content nuke from streamers so Ethan wouldn't get a view. Nice. He's talking about part 2. Here, let's rewind him. He's going to talk about part 2 here.
there's been a lot of talk. I know I have enough for a part 2. And there's actually some stuff that I've been looking over, and I was like, oh, fuck, how did I forget to include that? Actually, only one thing where I was like, fuck, I wish I remembered to include that. But I don't.
Yeah, Denims had 40K concurrence, and Ethan used to get more than that, right? So, I mean, like, Hassan, I guess on like an election or something will be over 100,000. What was he like at 300,000? But like on a normal night, what does Hassan get? Like 40,000 or so. Ethan used to get more than that. Hassan used to get less than that, right? Hassan's concurrents have gone up. Ethan's concurrents have gone down.
I don't think I can do a part 2, guys. It was such a huge undertaking. I called in favors. I was like, hey, mom and dad, and can you guys want to like take the kids to the zoo this weekend so I can edit, you know,
I
shit
thought
like
Gary
that.
edited some of the
He's
videos.
getting rid of his kids on the weekends so he can edit.
So my dad stepped up to the plate. I don't think
of a lifetime.
my life is just not compatible with that level. This was like a one-time.
Yeah, so chat, whenever like, not whenever, but like sometimes when a streamer leapfrogs somebody else, like especially if they're associated in some way, and especially if there's a fight between them, it causes, you know, especially if the dude that gets leapfrogged has like a fragile ego, you'll get this reaction. You get this reaction because it's like Ethan can feel it slipping away from him.
One time, a one-man show, one night, one man.
One God, one love.
But luckily we've got the podcast and I can talk all that shit I want, boy.
But so I can talk all the shit I want. You look at this guy. Look at this guy. Do you think that your audience likes that? Because there were literally a fucking avalanche of comments saying that they don't like that, they don't appreciate that. They would like you to do content. They like the shitty content. They like it when you talk about Riot Cav. They like it when you talk to White Claw Gabe. They like it when you talk about the Justin Baldoni or what. Every time I say, was that his name? Am I saying his name right, chat? Justin Baldoni. Is his name really start with Baldo? Chat, I don't think I've talked to you about the Baldo. Some of you might know what this is. But there was a toy designed to allow the balls to be used in a... Yeah, so some of chat knows about the Baldo. Anyway, it doesn't matter, chat. I can't say it. It's too gross. It's too gross. It's literally a device where, like, there's a toy and they put the balls into the toy and then they use the toy to, like... Oh my god, I can't even do it. I can't explain it, chat. I thought I could explain it.
Before we get into all that, and I have so much to talk
I can't do it.
So many great moments, too, of Frogan and Denims and all these dipshits reacting to it and immediately eating fucking crow.
Frogan and Denims, all these fuckers. What did he say? You see, it's bleeping out some of the words. I'm assuming he's saying fuckers. Or all these shitheads. I don't know. Something bad. Immediately eating shit. Oh, eating crow.
Coping and the sea.
Or eating effing crow.
Has been fantastic. Hassan is current, or I don't know if he's still in Japan. I don't know, but I know he was on vacation.
Yeah, I don't feel like Denims was eating crow. I feel like she was kind of dunking on you.
Japan, being like unbothered, and then cut forward, and he's
basically DZXN. Yeah,
in his hotel.
Kind of amazing.
Room, shooting into the light. By the way, talking about what an idiot I am. He goes, he's very dumb. This motherfucker is shooting into the light from his window.
Look, here's the deal. I mean, I don't know. Is shooting into the light really that bad? I feel like Hassan streams from Japan. I know what he's talking about, right? I've noticed it too. He's got the window behind him. The window's open. It's usually day. So yeah, he's shooting into the light. Does it really matter? I mean, we'll watch a little bit of Hassan today and see what you think, but I don't think the shooting into the light is really hurting him. Like, he's on his mobile setup anyway. Hassan is in Japan with one monitor, just a bare bones kind of setup, right? He's trying to stream while he's on vacation. So yeah, it's not going to be as professional. And as the lighting's not going to be as good as his normal stream. That's true. But I don't think it matters. He is going to say that Denims is talentless. Something I noticed he says about a lot of women. Yeah, he does, doesn't he? A lot of women.
No, talking about I'm an idiot. Come on, bro. I guess we are all dumb in our own special way, aren't we, Dan?
Well, I mean, you shouldn't shoot into the light. You're right. But I am remembering the Ethan Klein videos from this past year that were like the surface of the sun on your face.
Okay.
The surface of the sun. Do you remember these, chat? When Ethan was shooting with his iPhone, and I think there's a way that there's like it's called a LUT, L-U-T, that you use to, I don't even remember what you do with it, right? But like the video comes out in a certain way where it looks overexposed. And you're supposed to put like a filter on it or something like that. Like there's a really easy fix for it, and Ethan just didn't know. Kiana says he was streaming. He didn't spend months on a video that managed to have a bunch of misinformation. Yeah. But yeah, that's what he's talking about. The videos on the Ethan Klein video, the Ethan Klein channel, where they look overexposed because his lack of knowledge about filming on an iPhone.
That was a technical thing. I mean,
I know my dream has always been to have a cool window behind me, like behind the camera, like looking out a big cityscape.
You need to be prepared for that.
Yeah,
because the thing is, if he would have shot with the window facing him, it would have looked great. The light would have been awesome.
Sure,
you know. But but the guy doesn't know a goddamn fucking thing about filming, recording, and making videos.
What does he know about cameras?
But that's the least of my criticism for him. We have a new drop on Teddy Fresh.
You haven't seen the video in question? Well, there's some. I'm told it's an iPhone issue. I'm told it's an issue with shooting with iPhone, and that most people who do that, they know to. I don't know if it's a LUT that applied to a log video. So like, yeah, anyway, chat, we're talking about nerdy stuff here, aren't we? I'm glad some of you know that, though. I appreciate you tech knowers in chat.
Teddy Fresh is getting tons of emails from the snarkers telling them.
And now it's time to sell some Teddy Fresh. Okay. Ethan's surprised he got a new dog. We don't care. Ryan's Beard's Destiny nuke. Let's take a look at this.
We got here.
He got a new dog. I just want to know, chat, was it a designer dog? Did Ethan get a designer? Do you know about the designer dog? Do you remember the designer dog? Like, you're not allowed to get a dog that has, if you're a socialist, you can't get a dog that has multiple breeds genetics, because that is apparently a designer dog. And that is a very expensive dog, and you're not a true socialist. You're not a true socialist if you have a designer dog. Like I never realized it, chat, but my parents must have been rich growing up because we had a designer dog too. It was like part Cocker Spaniel and part Golden Retriever and part I don't fucking know. But yeah, the Kayah is a designer dog.
Oh yeah, Ryan Beard. I know of this guy. He's like a BreadTuber guy, but he seems chill as fuck. Like, unlike the other.
He's a BreadTuber, but he seems chill. Look at this. Unlike the other ones.
Which kind of just like, are these like smarmy. Well, I don't know. BreadTubers is shit like Denims. Like, I don't like these people in general.
What the fuck? I mean, look, BreadTube isn't as much of a thing anymore. Like, people don't call it BreadTube. But when you say, like, I don't like these BreadTube creators, what you're saying is you don't like wokeness. You know, BreadTube's not even all leftist, right? There's plenty of liberals on BreadTube. It's a weird thing to say. I don't like the smarmy BreadTubers. I don't like their virtue signaling. Oh my god, what are you, Nick Diorio here?
But he's very cool. He released like 3 days before mine. One day before Content Nuke Destiny.
You got dueling nukes,
which I haven't watched yet.
Although I think Destiny is a much worse person, so he does say that at least. What's a BreadTuber? So is everybody familiar with ContraPoints? ContraPoints is probably the quintessential example of a BreadTuber. It was just a category for mostly video essays that were made, I don't know, between what, like 2018 and 2021. Yeah, Denims is a streamer. Maybe Hassan is bad for the left because he successfully radicalized Anna and Ethan into right-wing politics. Hey, nothing of value was lost
yet. But
I watched about 70% of it, I would say.
Is it
yesterday.
super long?
Yeah, anyway, BreadTube is it's just like left of center, some a lot of social democrats, a decent number of socialists, like H Bomber guy. Let me just name off some names, right? Folding Ideas, Innuendo Studios, H Bomber guy, Sean. Oh my god, ContraPoints, Philosophy Tube. Right? They're Wait, ContraPoints is doing acting now? FD Signifier, you could say, kind of a BreadTuber. But it really, like, it's a weird thing, because, like, a lot of these people that we call BreadTubers don't necessarily call themselves BreadTubers. But now it's almost like a pejorative, right? If you ever listen to commentary, people, they'll be like, look at this BreadTuber. If you listen to, like, Chud Logic or Nicholas Diorio, they're like, a BreadTuber. These BreadTubers think that they can virtue signal and feel like bread pills are, yeah, the response to the red pill content, kind of, yeah. Leftist adjacent video essayist. Yeah, so thank you, Mark Gold, for giving us the origins. Why is it called a BreadTuber? Because Pierre Kropotkin wrote a book called Conquest of Bread. And it is a seminal anarchist text. And so, yeah, I remember being in a ContraPoints live stream, right? ContraPoints would play video games on her live streams, and she would try to break the video game. Whatever it was, she would try to push it past its limits and play it wrong, and that was her thing. And, people that appreciated her video essays would be there watching it, and they'd just be talking, because there's a video game going on, and people would post, like, the bread emoji. Bread emoji, bread emoji, bread emoji. Then all of a sudden ContraPoints looks at chat and she's like, what is with all this bread? You guys keep on posting bread. What does this mean? Why are 3 arrows? Sean, yeah, FD Signifier, Noah Samson, Big Joel. Oh, that's right. Philosophy Tube's in the Acolyte. But she's like, what's up with this bread? And they're just like, read the bread book. And the funny thing, yeah, for being the seminal BreadTuber, right? ContraPoints is somebody that was almost radicalized by her chat. It was really clear that the people that were watching her videos were largely leftist. Now, ContraPoints, progressive, maybe left-leaning liberal, but not necessarily an anti-capitalist. I mean, she did kind of, there was some nods to anti-fascism and stuff in her videos, but not anything too, like, radical, right? So she ends up, like, kind of toying around with this, sort of playing with this a little bit. And I remember one of her streams, she's like, all right, look at this, everyone. The Communist Manifesto. And she pulls it out. And have you seen the version of it that's like a red cover with, I don't know, black lettering, and it's just kind of boring looking? He's like, people are just not going to get into this. This is not, very 2017, right? So I recommend an update. And she starts designing a vaporwave cover for the Communist Manifesto. It's like a Karl Marx bust with sunglasses on. It's got like vaporwave and like flamingos and stuff like that. And, she sort of toyed around with it a little bit. But, as she would do more and more videos, it became more and more clear that she was just like, not really a leftist that much. And up to the point where she does a video called, what was the video where she says, I like shiny things? But anyway, that's just to show you that you don't have to be a leftist to be in BreadTube. And the fact that Ethan is using it as like a smarmy, BreadTubers. Yeah, smarmy people like H Bomber guy. Is he smarmy? Is ContraPoint smarmy? Was more interested in critical theory than material politics for a while, and then I don't know what she ended up doing. You were quite drunk. Hey, Hernan, that is very ContraPoints.
I saw
It's
like
pretty
It's
long.
very early ContraPoints.
It's about as long as yours.
I actually watched ContraPoints probably earlier than a lot of you. When a lot of Contrapoints content would just be drunkenly ranting at the camera with a 40. I kid you not, with a 40 in her hand.
Bro, I was like, what the fuck is happening? But I mean, obviously, he named it that because of we've been talking about this nuke and the building hype. A lot of Hassan's fans were like, you ripped him off and you dropped it intentionally a day after him to protect Destiny.
Oh god,
These people are so fucking dumb. They're so obsessed.
Wait, I'm sorry. What are you talking about? Bear?
I mean,
I watched about
yeah, dueling nukes. So I mean, like Ryan's message to Hassan. I mean, Ryan's kind of played this really well, right? In terms of because I guess this is probably what Ryan Beard wants to do, is maintain their relationship with as many content creators as possible. Not Ryan has done a good job at that. They were able to get Hassan to watch their video, and they were able to get Ethan to acknowledge that they are not on Team Hassan. And they also they fucking destroyed Destiny.
70% of it, I would say.
is it?
My first exposure to Contrapoints was the cringe video. Nice. Sean is the GOAT essayist. Yeah. Destiny nuke. Wait, is there a difference between the nukes? Like the power of them or something?
Super long. I saw it's like
pretty
an hour
long.
and a half.
It's about as long as yours.
Bro, I was like, what the fuck is happening? But I mean, obviously, he named it that because of we've been talking about this nuke and the building hype. A lot of Hassan's fans were like, you ripped him off and you dropped it intentionally a day after him to protect Destiny.
Oh god,
These people are so fucking dumb.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't see anybody say this. I definitely saw people say that he was trying to ride the hype of the Ethan video, and it was pretty well timed in that regard, probably because people were awaiting a nuke, and Ethan took forever to get this thing out. And so it's kind of like, well, here comes a nuke the day before Ethan releases his.
Dumb. They're so obsessed with Destiny. That's one thing I've noticed. Like Hassan and all these people, they're like, wow, I can't believe Ethan really fucking worked hand in hand with Destiny on this video. Like, oh, I'm sorry, Ethan, your best friend Destiny got like exposed for being a sex pest. I'm like,
okay, so I don't know if they're friends necessarily. It's not as much of a situation. Yo, Narwhal by Nature, thank you for the $8 super chat.
Super chatted $8.
Ethan said he would be ready. Wait, I don't actually know if it's reading off your. I might be talking over the TTS. I don't know. Ethan said it would be ready after New Year's break, and it wasn't. He has a poor work ethic. How is that Ryan Beard's responsibility? I don't think he's trying to blame Ryan Beard. I think he's just trying to imply that some people were saying that he was stealing Ryan Beard's idea, or that he was trying to take views or get attention away from the Destiny nuke. And that's obviously not true. I just don't believe him when he says that people were seriously saying that.
I don't know if you know this, but I don't even know Destiny.
I don't know him. I don't know Destiny. What the fuck? All right, here's the deal. Destiny and his community have been reaching out to Ethan ever since the breakup on Leftovers. They saw an opportunity, and they really bought into this idea that H3 was kind of making Hassan, and that Hassan had lost this opportunity by arguing with Ethan, and that Destiny was going to get in there and be like, oh yeah, dude, I completely agree with you. Now, I mean, Destiny's probably more gross on issues like, Israel, Gaza than Ethan is, right? Like his views are mask off, whereas Ethan's views are kind of, they're really bad, but there's always a veneer of but I support Palestinians, or Destiny will not say that. But yeah, there was a real attempt to try to influence Ethan, and I think it worked because we've seen time after time Ethan coming forward with content that's either posted in Destiny's Discord. Sometimes, like, there you can line up like Ethan's live show to what's going on in Destiny's Discord, and you can see him bring something forward after it's posted. Like, they're watching Ethan in Destiny's Discord. Ethan mentions something. Oh yeah, you know the part, the video where Hassan does da 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 da, and they go look it up, they go find it, and post it in that Discord, and all of a sudden Ethan has it, right? So there's just too many coincidences for it not to be. So I don't know if this means that they've talked or they're friends. I mean, I don't know what I don't know, but what I do know is that there's some level of coordination between Ethan and Destiny's community. What I do know is that some of the information that Ethan has come forward with is like 100% garnered from Destiny's subreddit, from Destiny's Discord, or from Destiny's community. So this is bullshit that he's saying, like, I got nothing to do with Destiny. I mean, he even puts Destiny in his video in the end and implies that, like, there's something unfair about Destiny being banned when Hassan was not.
You'll see. It's quite a thing. The desperation to somehow make me Destiny in their mind.
No, he said it even worse. Like, right? I think he said something. BKK. I think he said something like they should Native American the fuck out of there. Like, yeah. He's like, I think the best thing that can happen is for Israel to just take all that land and for the Palestinians to go somewhere else. He's just like ethnic cleansing.
So like, no, he's Destiny.
Well, he's been the nemesis of Hassan's community for a long time now, and
I will take the baton.
Pass the baton.
It's time to pass the baton, my friend.
I mean, look, I want to say that he's full of shit. I want to say that he's overestimating his influence and his importance. But Destiny does seem due for a fall off. So maybe so. Maybe so. Like, Destiny's going to be a lot less relevant after what he's been exposed for.
He said he's his friend, dude.
But it's not. He's not taking that spot because he's like some kind of super duper force of nature, right? He's taking that spot because there is a power vacuum where Destiny used to stand.
He said he's his friend. Go back.
Yeah, if only Ethan. That would be smart of him, Danver, sorry. That would be smart of him. That would actually be that's one way to, like, performatively distance yourself from Destiny. So I still wouldn't believe it. I still wouldn't believe that he wasn't, coordinating with Destiny and Dan Saltman. I wouldn't believe that he wasn't coordinating with DGG and with the subreddit, but that at least optically it would lend some credibility. Adam Friedland destroyed Destiny on Palestine without even trying.
Fucking owned. Let me see. I got some memes here. Charlie, the nuclear video.
Wait, what did you say about stealing it?
Was awesome. Absolutely fire. Great moves, Ethan. Keep it up. Dude. Baton.
Pass the baton.
It's time to pass the baton, my friend. He said he's his friend, dude. He said he's his friend. Go back. Fucking owned. Let me see. I got some memes here.
Some of the shit I can't make out very well.
Charlie, the nuclear video, excuse me, was awesome. Absolutely fire. Great moves, Ethan. Keep it up. Proud of you. Thank you so much, Charlie. And the comments that I've been most...
They also gifted 50 subs.
Charlie, my boy.
Charlie.
Wow. I bit your finger, bro. Tell your brother, don't bite your finger.
Oh, wow.
That's a nice throwback,
bro.
Don't bite my finger, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Classic.
$28.
Got no idea,
No
chat.
matter how you spend this
No.
is a lot for some fucking cookies. It's
we didn't mean
$7
you-
a bag, and that's still expensive.
Wait.
But then you also have to factor
Wait,
in that
why
the
is he-
bags
What
aren't
are we talking about? $7 cookies? Are we talking about Pokimane?
even big to begin with.
Charlie.
It's 4 ounces.
It's a soundbite Zach played. Yeah, that's where I'm really gonna fall down is on those sound bites. I'm also not gonna notice when the music that is copyright that is licensed by H3 comes up. Definitely an alt account. Wait, an alt account of when they say Charlie, are they talking about Moist Critical?
Ounces
not that
per bag. 4 ounces of cookies for $7
Was that
is still
Charlie?
a lot, especially when you compare
Oh,
it
how
to
nice
the,
of
Moist
them.
Critical
the
liked
product
it.
that they're basing it
nice.
off of and supposedly approved upon. Those
Cool,
were
man.
$10
Thank you, bro.
a bag for 14
We don't need to
ounces.
talk
They
about
offered you
cookies, though.
10 ounces more.
Not the
I know
time.
Ethan hates me now.
I don't.
It's cool to be a soundbite, I suppose.
It is.
Oh yeah, the comments I'm getting most after deleting so many comments. That's right. Who finds H3 funny? I'm genuinely confused. There was one joke that he made in the Hassan nuke that I think was legitimately funny. All right, and I'll say it. All right. I don't think it lends credibility to anything that he was any of his bullshit, but I think that him having the cutout of Hassan and Kayah, and then Kayah's face is cut out, implying that the Twitch employees get their picture taken as Hassan's dog. I think that's pretty funny. I think that's actually a good joke. The chatter was named Charlie, who was Moist Critical. Apparently, he said good job and gifted. Wait, it was Moist Critical? Or are they just saying? I thought it was just somebody's named Charlie. Yeah, I don't know. They played Moist Critical's voice, right? About a baby biting his brother's finger? Y'all don't know Charlie bit my finger? There's a meme? It's an old viral video. Oh, a baby biting his brother's finger and the baby's name is Charlie. I get it. That makes sense now. It's an old viral video. Thank you, chat. You actually educated me here. We got another vote for the chatter's name was just Charlie. I wish I could listen, chat. I would love to be able to hear it. They hit it with both the Charlie bit my finger and the Moist Critical soundbite. The cutout gag was probably a graphic created by the crew. Yeah, seems more their kind of sense of humor. I mean, that's legitimately funny.
It is actually.
Yeah, pretty sure.
The one thing I wanted to come out of this project, I knew that of Hassan's cultish diehard fans that obviously I wouldn't be converting or getting through to any of them. And the reaction is just, you guys will see how comical
Yeah, Hassan's cultish fans.
their reactions have been to the point of the coping that has been underway has been something to witness. But what I did want...
So there's a phenomenon that exists in content creation, that if somebody is really controversial in a way that's pretty toxic and corrosive, but they start with a big enough community, what they'll do is they'll kind of whittle down their fans to the diehards, and those diehards are, they're going to be pretty invested in the show. They're going to support the show a lot, and basically the whole cultish fan phenomenon is kind of like a facet of somebody losing a lot of audience for doing something that a lot of people don't like, but then but then a lot of people do, right? Like Mr. Girl probably is a kind of an example of this, right? The longer that you were to watch the content of somebody whose main claim to fame is that he thinks that cuties is kind of hot. Yeah, the people that are that are fans, they're gonna be hardcore fans, and they apparently they are. I shouldn't talk any shit. That's how hardcore they are. They scare me.
is to influence anyone who's knows about him, that doesn't really know about him, people that are like casual watchers, people who are watchers of both of us who are like, I'm a fan of...
Yeah, Hassan has not really gone... Chat, Hassan hasn't done the kind of culling. You know who does culling of their community? Destiny. Like, right, multiple times. Any time that his community irritates him, he goes on like mass ban sprees. And he literally culls his community. Or just, like bashes the left until all the leftists in his community leave, right? He's done this multiple times, right? And yeah, he's had fucking nuclear toxic takes that like, you know, only the people that like are just like parasocially bonded to him or legitimately agree with his worst instincts. Like especially now, chat, especially now Destiny's community is going to be some diehards, right? I mean, like they're DGGers with like nowhere else to go. That's what they are. Even some of the DGGers have sworn off Destiny, and they're like, I'm gonna watch J-Stalk now. I'm gonna watch Cherry. I'm gonna watch Pisco. Yeah, I feel like his orbiters have kind of, you know, had a little bit of a windfall because some people just don't want to fuck with him anymore. But there are people that are like just fucking bonded to the guy, and they will stay with him. That's a cultish environment. I don't think Hassan's ever done any sort of purge. Like you don't get banned from Hassan's chat for anything short of posting poop sock over and over again.
Both of them, and you know, I can't decide between mom and dad and all this kinds of stuff. And in general too, I mean, I say at the end of the video, I say explicitly my goal was to reach out to people in mainstream media who continually have Hassan on their platform.
There we go.
CNN, you know,
we got a shit can Hassan before he gets out into the mainstream. Too late.
Complex, the DNC, these people are reaching out and having him thinking like he's like this cool liberal.
I mean, bro, you sound exactly like Destiny. This is literally a Destiny thing to say. And the coping about his DNC invites, his Pod Save America appearances, all this shit. It's classic Destiny.
Democratic force on the internet that's charging kids up and getting them to vote.
The most popular.
And it couldn't be further from the truth. I mean, this guy was literally working against Kamala Harris by the end of it. So shout out to him and his community, by the way. And I do want to remind you all that I'm officially a more effective advocate for Palestinians by voting, just by that act of voting for Kamala, than every single person that abstained or voted for Trump in protest. So you can thank me for being an effective advocate for the Palestinian people.
Well, maybe not that effective because she lost.
Well, whose fault is that?
But I get your point.
I did my weight. You're right. I did my part.
Right.
Poop sock only gets you a week ban, but it's worth it. Yeah, you have to poop sock over and over again to get banned.
You did your part.
Yeah,
perhaps,
she did
but,
lose.
Yeah,
she did.
Maybe not the effective part, unfortunately.
So yeah, my goal was to hopefully influence.
Wait, Chad, I'm realizing, are there people I need to show the poop sock meme to? Let's do this. I know there's some people out there that have not experienced the glory and the wonder that is poop sock. See, like to me, coming from Twitch, it's just like the fact that somebody would not know what poop sock is like, it blows my fucking mind. But I gotta realize that most of y'all are on YouTube. Oh my god, I won't be able to listen to the poop sock though. Here we go.
This will make you laugh.
This is kind of epic. That's the poop sock.
No, this is when mom for the poop sock. Look at the free thinkers.
What they do is they put a link.
You know, crows freak out.
They share a link.
It just always feels like.
And they're like, Hassan, you got to check this out. This is really amazing, you know, and it's something that he wants to watch, and so he'll click it, and it'll be this.
You gotta get out of your head.
When mom finds the poop sock.
Why?
And you can tell it. He's seen it a lot of times.
Why, TJ Tanner? We're having.
He's familiar. Far too familiar with the poop sock. I believe Hassan said he has to disclose Destiny's existence to potential collabs, both mainstream and internet. Boof. Oh, because of harassment. Ethan knew who he was. Oh yeah, well he has to say that like, hey, listen, if you're gonna bring me on, there's this community, there's this streamer that really hates my guts, and here's him saying a bunch of like off the cuff shit, Only time hearing Mr. Girl was him debating Vosh. Oh, yeah, that was actually a good moment for Vosh. I got to give Vosh credit for ending the call then. But the other thing about Vosh talking to Mr. Girl, right, is it's like Mr. Girl represents something that Vosh was strongly suspected of and and eventually revealed himself to be. So it was kind of like there's like a implicit threat. Vosh has gotta shut off Mr. Girl before he says something really gross. Otherwise, it's gonna look weird. Now in the Ryan Beard video, we learn that he's a literal rapist. Yeah. Bad dude. I mean, I gave Vosh credit for hanging up on Mr. Girl, but now I understand more why he did that, and it's not as... But anyway, that's the poop sock. That's the lore. If you want to know what it means, okay, goddamn. So, in the Twitch community, there's a lot of video gamers. Sometimes video gamers do something called no-lifing. Like a new game comes out that's like, they want to get like to the highest level, especially if they're like a streamer. They want to get to the high level. They play the game for like, like as long as they possibly can stay up for, right? So the idea is that if you're gaming super hard, you're going to need a poop sock because you can't go to the bathroom. And the worst thing that can happen, chat, the worst thing that can happen if you are a sweaty basement dwelling gamer is that mom finds the poop sock, because that's never good. Let's get back to the content, though. We're not here to talk about poop sock.
Enough people to be like, hey, maybe you shouldn't be inviting Hassan to the DNC or profiling him on CNN without mentioning that he's also like an extremist and not like, whitewashing his reputation. So that was part of it. The other part was to hold Twitch accountable. There's some parts in this video that I wish I saw more people talking about that I don't. Specifically, at the end of the video, there's a whole section on Twitch in which I talk about a few employees of Twitch with like deeply fucked up views. And one of them is the marketing director of inclusivity.
We got the Twitch employees' tweets.
Stand down, Kevin, but stand by. Yeah, the reactions were great. I want to... Denims actually sent me a thank you note. She had over 40,000 live viewers when the video went live. Mm-hmm. And Hassan, who refused to watch the video, obviously, because why would he? Had like 20,000 and she had 40,000.
Damn.
And this girl has zero talent. She has zero appeal.
Wait, is he noticing that? Yeah, Denims did have slightly more than Hassan. I think he's exaggerating it though. If he's saying 20,000 to 40,000,
had like 20,000 and she had 40,000.
Damn.
And this girl has zero talent.
It was more like 39,000 to 40,000. If I'm being real. Sasha G, thank you for the super sticker. Oh, that one's cute. Shiba dog squeezing a big red heart. Nice.
Zero appeal. You know what I mean? So, she sent me
Gets
flowers.
us up to 36%.
Actually,
did you really?
Mm-hmm.
That's nice.
That was kind.
Yeah, she was very grateful about me creating this video that she could steal and repurpose for her own goods. So I accept your chocolates, though. And thank you, girl.
Twitch stuff attacking random employees is straight from the Destiny. Yeah, it's like a Dan Saltman thing. Stuff is borderline actionable because these people were private citizens he was defaming. Yeah, I mean, that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to put heat on them. She had over 40K at some point. I think Hassan is okay with her, I don't think Hassan is going to be threatened by a woman having more concurrence than him.
By the way, now that Hassan's boat's kind of sinking, Denims, if you want to be my waiting room channel, we can talk.
Interesting.
You can go.
Didn't Ethan make his entire career by doing what Denims did to his video? I haven't watched a lot of their reactions, but yeah, Gila and Ethan like would react to videos together. Since Friday, H3 has lost another chunk of its members. Wait. Oh, H3. Okay, yeah, you're talking about this one from 2 point. Yeah, well, look, this channel has been on a downward trajectory of members for like before freaking. Okay, I'm gonna let the TTS play out in case it's playing out. Isaac, in case it didn't, I think responses to the nuke reflected the viewers' opinions on Gaza. Hassan is a proxy for Palestinian solidarity more broadly. It's threatening to the libs. He's no longer pro-transformative content. Yeah, you're right. He did kind of get his start. I mean, like, what was the bold guy, right? That was the guy that sued him. And then what is the Ryan Kavanaugh? Anybody want to explain Cav to me? What was Cav taking him to court for? Ethan has generational trauma from his director grandpa having zero shits to do with Gary or Ethan, so he's always trying to show how talented he is himself. He's never reached his grandpa's level. Damn. That's rough. The TTS is not TTSing. Okay, so at least I'm not stepping on the TTS.
Go live an hour before we go live.
She probably won't go for that.
Why not? I
don't want to speak for her.
I mean, she's just a clout hungry. She's just a clout chaser. I mean, if Hassan goes,
she's a clout chaser.
Down, she's going to need a new fucking person whose coattails to ride.
They only care about the clout.
Yeah.
He said that is that all? He just said that Ryan Kavanaugh looks like Harvey Weinstein. Ethan watched a live pay-per-view match of Jake Paul. It was on Tiller, which is owned by Cav. So he got sued for. See, that one sounds like it would be hard to beat. Like that one sounds like it's tough to beat. A boxing match. Chat, I've tried to watch Muay Thai matches before, and I've gotten copyright claimed. I think even most libs found the content nuke embarrassing from what I've seen. It's a boxing match, huh? Especially Destiny H3 type libs, they'll excuse every awful thing Ethan or Destiny does, but being called pro-Palestine, being pro-Palestine anti-Semitic. But so he's suing him not for the boxing match, but for defamation, for saying he looks like, oh my God, that's not defamation. You can't, that's not defamation. I love that idea that like saying somebody looks like somebody else is defamation. H3 podcast was funny because the crew could make hilarious segments. All that Ethan had was edgy humor when it was popular in 2009. Yeah, his humor is a bit dated. Does he want people to what? Well, he also said, like, I don't know if we saw this, but he did we skip this somehow? At some point, he credits all the lefties on Twitch watching his video for how well it's doing, because he's like, Asmongold didn't react to it. You know, none of the right-wingers reacted to it. And that's not true. I saw actual Justice Warrior react to it. I saw Sitch and Adam react to it. Well, the right-wingers, they love this shit. The commentary bros, they love that Nick Diorio was eating good. Chud Logic was eating good.
Rich knows. All right, let's go down the list here. This was basically, thank you, Dan. This is my most...
I was bolding this because this is...
Ethan watched a clip of the boxing match?
As I like to do, I'm frequently... Well, Instagram stories...
Oh, God. Yeah, I didn't even think of that, your neighbor's friendly Merc, but he really is. He really does fit that label better than Denims does. Like, that's all he has now.
social media now, which I like it personally. People go, he's crashing out. He's crashing out, you guys. Did you guys see he posted an Instagram story when it was he wasn't spending the 30 seconds with his kids, you guys. Here's my message to Hassan and anyone else, frankly. If they didn't get the message yet.
You still don't understand who I am and why I was born. You cannot break me. Once again, I will break you. All hail King Miller.
All hail, my brother.
He's so
packed in there.
Round. Like everything is perfectly cornered. It's incredible.
I've never seen a look like this in my whole life. It's very it's very it's just very shocking, but not in a bad way. It's just like startling, like wow.
Yeah.
Wait, he said she's clout chasing before catching himself about Denims. Yeah, I mean, like Denims, say what you want about Denims, she has twice your concurrence, Ethan.
He looks like a hoopsie popping out of the jar, you know?
Good. I like that. Yeah, take a look. So obviously I sent this out first thing and he started to get scared about that.
So wait, this is what he posted on Instagram? Is that what he's saying?
That's when I noticed he started really being nervous.
You think that's what pushed him?
You really pushed it.
Also, I had a really funny joke about Raft that I didn't see anyone talking about. Maybe it wasn't clear.
Cultural genocide, right?
Oh yeah, I love this clip. They're such racist assholes. And anytime they address this, they go, they don't address what I'm saying. I'm like, you guys know that the Jews cooking hummus are fucking from your country, right? You bigot bitch. And they always ignore that point whenever I talk about it.
It's fucking funny. Like, those motherfuckers trying to take hummus and say it's Israeli is the most insane thing to me.
Dude, the fact.
Oh God! So now he's on to this. Is this Arab's podcast? It's on. Oh no, this is from his video. God damn it! So yeah, a lot of what he's doing here is like rewatching his video. Bro is navel gazing. Like this is so cringe. He's like, there were some really good moments in my video.
They have the audacity to create.
We know what she means. Why would she say they? We know what she means. We know what you mean, girl.
Sabra make that like the staple hummus of America. Insane.
It's super offensive to us. And like that's actual like cultural appropriation. Like people get mad when someone has like dreadlocks and
this guy is such a fucking idiot. I don't know who he is, but he has the dumbest takes always. He goes, it's okay. I give permission to white people to have dreadlocks. By the power vested in me as the officer of cultural appropriation. But the second a Jew creates hummus, we've gone too far. Listen, that's what he's literally what he says.
Like the staple hummus of America. Insane.
It's super offensive to us. And like that's actual like cultural appropriation. Like people get mad when someone has like dreadlocks and they call that culture. I'm like, come on, it's just like a hairdo. Like it's okay. People like white people are allowed to have dreadlocks if they want dreadlocks. But
look, believe what you want about cultural appropriation, but like you're not the fucking guy to decide that. Especially when you go on to cry about hummus being made by people from your fucking country, you bigot.
Like actually trying to claim our food, our desserts.
Just one question for you guys. Who the fuck do you think is making the hummus in Israel? Martha Stewart? No,
you pre-watched,
it's the same
didn't you?
fucking
You watched this ahead of
Arabic-speaking
time.
Jews that you kicked out in the 1950s. Yes, they also like hummus, and they like all the.
This was one of the worst moments. Like he gets on Frogan for saying they, and look, I mean, you know, sometimes. Like when people are saying they about Jews, yeah, like that can be a signal of anti-Semitism. I don't think that was what Frogan was saying, but here's what Ethan is saying. They kicked the hosts of Arabs podcasts kicked Jewish people out of their countries in the 1950s. Right? No, they didn't, Ethan. What the fuck are you talking about? What is this collective guilt? That's one of the signs. That's one of the worst parts of what Ethan is doing is that he is supporting the idea of the collective guilt of the Palestinian people for what is done, was done on October 7th. Like justifying, the Israel has to defend itself based on what some people did on October 7th.
Same shit you do, because they are you. They're from your country. You kicked them all out, and now you're accusing them of stealing your culture. You want to talk about cultural genocide? Well, here it is. You racist piece of shit.
Those motherfuckers trying to take hummus and say it's Israeli is the most insane thing to me.
Hey, scumbag, here's a hummus place we used to eat at. The chef is from Yemen. Here's another dude from Syria. Does this dude look like a white colonizer to you? Would you like to tell him he's stealing your culture? Well, this is what most Israelis look like.
It was hard to find footage of Israeli chefs that I knew. But if you go to a hummus place...
How did you even have... So, wait, the first one was a place that you...
Yeah, it's a famous hummus spot.
Got it.
I mean, there's a ton of hummus spots. It's just like all these other fucking the Arab countries. Like, people love hummus. And they say, oh, it's shit. No, it's not. It's fucking delicious. Okay, I've had Lebanese hummus. Because there's Lebanese fucking Jews and people that live in Israel. And they have their... Like, you can taste the different regional hummuses and how they are. Like, I've noticed that in the Lebanese put, like, for my taste, too much lemon juice. Like,
I think the problem that people have is with taking specifically like Palestinian versions of food or other cultural products and relabeling them as Israeli. That's what is being talked about in terms of cultural erasure, right? It's not that there are not it's not that there are not Jewish people, we're not Jewish people in various Middle Eastern countries, including in Palestine. It's not that, no Jewish person ever ate, hummus before. It's the specific relabeling. It's like the land is taken and then the culture is taken. I think that's more what they're talking about.
they like it more sour.
Oh, I like it that way.
So I don't like that.
I usually add some.
Yeah, and I like having the option to add, but they dump it like pre-dump it, and it. I like the Israeli way where they make it. It's just like a perfect middle, nice, clean. But anyway, yeah, this is what the people in hummus look like. It's not like a bunch of Sephardic Polish fucking people cooking.
I've heard some people say sabra isn't even sold in Israel. Like, I would imagine, and this is like, yeah. So there's good hummus available in Israel, no doubt, right? I'm sure. Available all over the place. You can get some homemade hummus. You can get, probably a variety of shelf-stable store-bought hummuses. So the idea of eating something like sabra, that's wow. Why would you? But I don't know. I've never. I can't really say, that sabra isn't eaten. But I mean, I would guess maybe is it something you'd find like in a gas station? Is it like when there's nothing else available, and you really want hummus, like there it is. Because I feel like I've bought sabra in a American gas station before.
Hummus, like
good smoky.
You meant the people in Israel, and you said the people in hummus.
People in hummus.
Yeah,
that's funny.
The hummus.
Thank you for interpreting my.
I speak Ethan at this point.
I feel like this point is so important because people like Frogan and her co-host here, it's become like this bigotry of painting Jewish people from the Middle East, which is the majority of people in Israel, as white colonizers, as invaders in their own fucking land. They're denying Jewish heritage, Jewish culture. 1 million Jews were forcibly removed from the Arab countries. And by the way, for all the people upset about the Nakba, I don't hear any of them advocating for the Jews who are fucking forced out of Syria, Yemen, all the surrounding countries. I mean, I showed at one point all of them. Nobody's advocating.
Again, if you want to talk about the original displacement, it's the 19, it's the Nakba. And that doesn't mean, other displacement right, but it is the reaction to the displacement of Palestinian people from their land by force, by murder, by terror.
For them to go get their fucking land and property back.
Well, the counterpoint that I often see is that happened because the Nakba happened.
But that is, they're admitting.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to see, Mizrahi Jews who had to move, who didn't feel like their countries that they lived in were safe, and who ended up immigrating into Israel, as a result of the atmosphere being, getting worse for them, you could blame the whole settler colonial project for that. Because all that stuff happened as a reaction.
Accepting and rationalizing straight up fucking racist bigotry. The Jews in the Arab countries, after the war in 1948, okay, the Israelis established Israel, there was a war, etc., etc. Then all the Arab countries got super fucking anti-Semitic, and they're like, they chased.
The thing is, you can keep talking about this shit until you're blue in the face, Ethan, but you're not getting any less ignorant. And repeating talking points like this doesn't make them more true. Like, that's all he seems to want to do, is have a chance to, no, here, let me say my talking point. Like, I heard,
all the Jews out of their countries who had nothing to do with Israel. They loved being from those countries. They wanted to stay being in those countries. They're Syrian, not fucking Israeli. But guess what? The Arabs who kicked them out turned them into Israelis. In the ultimate twist of irony, they basically, if Zionism wasn't like a fucking entrenched enough, then they're like the self-fulfilling prophecy, right? Like the fucking story of it's almost like a...
He never lets a coworker finish a sentence. I'll have to take your word for it, J-Rock. I can't really hear, I can't hear anything, obviously. I'm just reading it.
A Greek tragedy. What they did is they forced...
Unfortunately, it doesn't tell me when a different person is talking.
1 million fucking Middle Eastern Jews to go to Israel, and they more than doubled the population.
Yeah, so like, millions of Middle Eastern Jews are forced to relocate, and then like, that doesn't make their culture Israeli culture, right? And that doesn't allow the appropriation or cultural erasure of Palestinian things by renaming them, as Israeli.
It's like and they go, oh, it's because of the Nakba. It's like, these Jews had nothing to do with that. That's like saying,
be very careful with this analogy.
I could go a different.
This is very sensitive, obviously.
Well, it's like,
we're waiting.
You can use your imagination. It's like a country over here does something terrible, right? And then you're like, well, all of these people over here who don't know anything or care about them, well, fuck that. They're actually the bad guy. Like, and they're like, no, that makes sense. They're like, it's their fault. It's the Zionist fault that they're being fucking pogromed out of their home that they've lived in for.
When Dan offered that counterpoint, Ethan raised his voice immediately. Thank you.
Thousands of years. It's the fucking Jews' fault.
You are my eyes and ears tonight, chat.
Bigot. Who the fuck's running that?
I feel for my one homie in, what was it, Afghanistan?
My boy. So I knew at the time
that he was like Obi-Wan Kenobi.
He actually got chased out.
He's gone.
No shit.
Yeah. There's an article about it.
Just recently?
It was a few years ago.
Oh.
He was being threatened to be kidnapped. Or
It's funny. He's talking about, like, he's updating the Afghanistan. He said there was one Jewish person in Afghanistan. He's updating that story. Why won't he update the story about the Galaxy Leader and the hostages on the Galaxy Leader who were recently returned? Again, after the ceasefire in Gaza took effect. That was the key. That was what made that happen. And the fact that the boat itself, contrary to what Ethan claimed, was actually did have Israeli ownership. It just was registered in the Isle of Man for tax purposes, obviously.
Or murdered, so he bailed.
Wow.
But I knew that at the time, but I was like, I felt like the one Jew thing was funny, so I just
interesting.
I don't want to ruin the enjoyment of the one Jew thing. But yeah, no, there's no Jews left in Afghanistan. Actually, zero. They have done the final solution over there, and they have achieved what Hitler only fucking dreamed of being possible: removing every single Jew from their country. And by the way, thank you. And good work to all the people who made that happen. You know, if it wasn't for the Zionists, we would never have to have fucking kicked out, murdered, stolen the property of all of the Jews in our country. So I want to, goddamn Zionists. Whenever do we excuse that level of fucking violent racism? Because, well, it's their fault. It's the Jews' fault. Really? Yeah, so, I mean, this is a point I see a lot where it's like denying Jewish heritage in the Middle East. These people are from the Middle East. They've lived there for thousands of fucking years. And, it's just...
Look, you can see something as the... You can see one thing as the effect of another thing without saying that effect was right. It's
really fucked up to the bigotry that I see, and it's passed off. It's almost passed off, not even as like anything controversial. It's like a leftist talking point with these people. Like it's just part of the like colonial oppressor-oppressed narrative. They're like, yeah, no, they're just stealing. They just came and they're stealing everybody's culture. And look at these fucking Jews with their hummus. What a bunch of fucking cultural genociders. That guy actually said that.
Dude, the fact that
the irony is that if anybody's like using, trying to repurpose like intersectional talking points as an excuse for racism, it's this guy.
The audacity to create subreddit.
This is casual bigotry being...
There we go. So it's bad when Frogan does it. It's not bad when Ethan does it. It's not bad when Ethan literally tries to throw collective guilt on like 4 podcast hosts.
Around like a leftist talking point.
We're still... yeah. Have they played the Trump clip where he says the hummus?
That's literally what I said.
I feel like...
And yes, I know that...
I feel like every time they talk about hummus, they use that sound drop, the Trump one. All the stuff that Ethan is highlighting is from the end of the video. I wonder what his watch time on the video looks like. Oh yeah, I bet a lot of people cut out during the Houthi section. Could he be on something? I have no idea.
This dipshit. Oh yeah, this is the joke I wanted you guys to say, because this guy's a fucking douchebag, and everyone, he's like, people, did you really call him a token Jew? I can't believe you said that. It's like, yeah, he is a fucking token Jew. He's sitting there with a bunch of friends joking about how fucking Jews in the Middle East are stealing hummus as a cultural heritage. Yeah, you're a token.
I need to catch up on Bad Hasbro, Several Wolves. It's a good podcast.
Bitch.
And yes, I know this dipshit is also Jewish. Incredible. He picked up so many tokens, he actually became one. And by the way,
I thought that was pretty
you were
funny.
proud of that line, weren't you?
I didn't get any kudos for that. I thought it was funny.
Oh my god.
It's a good joke. What can I say?
Thank you.
Chat, I don't think I'm going to get done with all this tonight. I've also got some Hassan I want to show you. I mean, look, I know I've been covering Ethan a lot. Will anybody be upset if I cover him again tomorrow, assuming that I get my audio up and working again? I'm not cutting out right now, by the way. I'm not ending stream. Don't get scared. Don't get scared. I'm not like, I mean, we'll have to go to bed at some point, but I want to watch a little bit more of this. And I also want to get those Hassan clips in if I can. Just skip this? What do you think, chat? Isaac says, Ethan is a hypocrite. He does the same thing he claims is racist. He also conflates Israel and Jewish identity. It's so cringy. Yeah, it's him dabbing up you know, neo-Nazis there. Like that's the other kind of people that want to conflate Israel with the, you know, the Jewish people writ large. Skip it? Is that what chat is saying? Skip this part? This part's no good? Twitch employees' insane past. Twitch's hypocrisy and Mike from PA. Explaining the end of the nuke. What sounds good, chat? Bathroom break. Let's do bathroom break. Just kidding. And the crew talk. We could do that. We could go to the Hassan reaction. You wanna do that? You wanna just cut to the, like, I do want to cover the rest of this. I just have to remember what I didn't watch. And I kind of want to preferentially watch the stuff that's more easier to do just watching the captions. Yeah, like the people he's talking shit about, Isaac. Yeah, at least one of the people that on that podcast is that exact identity, I believe. See the Hassan reaction? Okay, we'll take a look at that. I just gotta remember. Okay, so if you can chat, because I think I'll cover this again tomorrow because there's more here, right? Just remind me that we ended with Denims and Frogan, I guess. And then went to the beginning of the Hassan reaction. Just have to remember what part to watch tomorrow. Ethan reminds me of Captain Hook from the Hook movie. Oh, his look now? Wow, I didn't think of that, but you're kind of right. I thought you were going to say that, like, he's kind of got that, because, like, isn't Captain Hook kind of an Ahab figure? Like, right, his whole thing is he's got to get Peter Pan, that's like his white whale, but then at the same time he's being pursued by the other half of the white whale, which is the crocodile. His new facial hair makes him look like an evil villain in a cartoon. Yeah.
Let's see. Hassan responds to Ethan. Let's go down the list.
Person who definitely understands things.
Okay, what do we got?
First response, which is like,
I think I put these all down in somewhat chronological order.
Okay, good. Thank you. So this was
like initial response.
This one was chock full of the most pathetic, just like grasping ad hominem. And you have to remember that this guy apparently was my friend for 2 years. Now, I've said a lot of things about Hassan, but I'm not like...
Oh, we're 50% to the goal? Did I somehow miss that? That's the shot. Yeah, that is the shot they're complaining about. That's true.
I mean, we were during our time together. We were friends. You know, I'm not like because he's like, oh, he's dumb, he's fucking stupid, and he doesn't know anything. And it's like, well, we had a political show for 2 years. That's how you felt about me the whole time. I don't know. Like, I won't say like I felt that about him when we were friends.
What I'm really interested in here is to see Ethan's reaction. I want to see Ethan's reaction to the challenge, to the debate challenge.
Who definitely understands things. Very smart, very intelligent.
Oh God, this part, yeah. He was kind of salty right here.
Fucking hack ass, failed ass, dumbass fucking comedian.
Yo, Izzy Sanchez. Thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. Okay, so somehow I missed 9%. Where did that happen? And then I gotta add... Look, Narwhal, I'm just gonna go with your math and put it to 65. I haven't... They started playing sad music about their friendship? Oh no.
Bro, I've never tried to be a comedian, a failed comedian. What are you talking about? You were the one in my emails begging me for a collab on the Young Turks.
Right, that did happen.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like, why would you? It's so, like, pathetic, bro. And again, it's like, it's not even a sore spot for me or anything, because I'm not a comedian. I've never tried to be a professional comedian.
He's not funny.
Exactly. I keep trying to tell everyone that.
Yeah, we say, you know, in the comments.
We can't say I'm failed either way. I mean, I'm doing pretty good.
You're doing okay.
I mean, I just posted a video about your dumbass that got 2 million views.
Right.
In 2 days.
Hack ass, failed ass, dumbass fucking comedian.
I mean, it's just such an L take. It's just pathetic. It's like you're really at your rock bottom here right now.
Comedian, in air quotes.
Ooh! Yo! Izzy Sanchez with the 2 sets of gifted memberships. The rapid fire. Thank you, Izzy Sanchez. And welcome everyone who got weaseled. Should I read these off? Maddie B, you just got weaseled. Morton, you just got weaseled. Rooster Rick, you just got weaseled. Proletariat, you just got weaseled. John H.R. Piper, you just got weaseled. And also, Kiana, you just got weaseled. Pearson Brennan, you just got weaseled. Crafty Dragon, you just got weaseled. Allegedly Melanie, you just got weaseled. And Tony, you just got weaseled, and that's a good thing.
Ooh, not funny.
Air quotes.
Not funny. Just like you're a socialist. Yeah. By the way, theory time, and I'm pretty sure I'm right. Hassan says he adopted his dog.
Comedian is generous. Several wolves, that's what I was thinking. I feel like Hassan's saying that to be nice. Because Ethan is indeed better as a comedian than he is as a politics guy. Ethan is too ignorant and has just like laughing soundbite they keep using from Hassan, laughing on the leftovers when he saw Ethan's website about Cav and how he looks like Harvey Weinstein.
He went all over LA looking for the perfect dog. Oh, I went to all of these pounds. I couldn't find the perfect dog.
Is he still trying to say that Kayah's a designer dog? You can't be a socialist with a dog that beautiful. You've seen like the socialists, they had ugly dogs. They very plain looking ugly dogs. They were all one breed. There was no
dog. But then magically, off camera, I found on Craigslist this post where they were giving away $20,000 designer dogs. And I was so lucky, Hassan Piker. I found this. Can anybody find me a Craigslist post where they're giving away $20,000 designer dogs? Because I'd like to inquire.
A 20,000? Does he even know? Does he actually know? Like, what does he think about Kayah? Does he think Kayah is a chow? Is he still on that Funkmaster call? You must know. Does he think that Kayah is a chow chow? Actually, a mix of two purebreds. Designer dogs aren't mixed breed. Well, I mean, like, Kayah is. Poor newborn. They're already bored. Poor dog. She's 3 breeds, and he didn't know until he sent in the DNA. I don't understand where he's getting this designer dog shit. The owners didn't know either. Chow Chow, yeah, Chow Chow, Saint Bernard, and Tibetan Mastiff. When you say designer dog, it sounds like designer drug. Quarter Chow Chow, 1/2 Tibetan Mastiff, quarter Saint Bernard. Well, yeah, this is the thing. My dog, growing up, was called a mutt. I love my dog. I do not want to denigrate my dog. I think my dog is beautiful. But technically speaking, my, dog was several different breeds. And most of the time people look down on that sort of thing. So for some reason, Ethan is turning this into designer dog. What is this, like Build-A-Bear but for dogs?
He bought that dog.
Hassan got Kayah cosmetic surgery. There we go.
He bought the fucking dog, and he doesn't want to admit it. Obviously. And by the way,
I don't know. I don't know nothing.
That's not the only lie.
Wait, is he admitting it? Is he admitting that
he bought the fucking dog? Can anybody find me a Craigslist post for the
Izzy Sanchez with the $5 super chat?
Super chatted $5.
It's ironic that you have Ethan, 100 millionaire, criticizing Hassan for spending his money.
Lol. Ethan
Yeah.
is such a loser.
Well, no, it's because Hassan is a socialist. You're not allowed to spend money if you're a socialist. Yeah, did Kayah get a tummy tuck? He dropped 50K on 2 dogs. Wait, what? Oh no, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to put that on screen. Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, I mean, I know that Ethan's got a history with dogs too. I don't want to speculate.
They're giving away $20,000 designer dogs because I'd like to inquire. He bought that dog. He bought the fucking dog, and he doesn't want to admit it. Obviously. And by the way,
I don't know. I don't know.
Ethan thinks that Hassan walked into the dog version of like a Ferrari shop, like a boutique of designer dogs, and dropped like 20K. Oh no, oh no, God. Oh no, what? I'm hearing some stuff in chat that I don't want to believe, but it may be true. Jesus Christ.
That's not the only lie he tells about his personal life. I did a story about it, but people didn't pick it up. I don't give a fuck. This guy's a piece of shit. No, but people need to ask Hassan who's cooking his chicken off screen in his house. Who's cooking that chicken? Who's taking care of him?
Fucking fried chicken.
Kayah? Is that what you're implying?
Dogs cannot cook chicken, Dan.
Oh.
Last I checked. Just saying. There's somebody... Since our friendship was a farce, apparently, according to him, right? There's something he goes, don't tell anyone, though, for obvious reasons. That I have this bougie-ass fucking... I'm just saying. Somebody's cooking his chicken. And they don't look like they're getting a piece of the pie either. You know what I mean?
Wait, somebody's cooking his chicken? Is he talking about... Yeah, his mom? Is it his mom? His mother, jackass. Who's cooking his chicken? Oh my God, what a petty little man.
They're not on that socialist. They're not on that socialized workplace salary. You know what I mean? Cooking chicken's a big deal. That's integral to his daily routine. Of course she's entitled to a % of his profits. Duh. Socialism, bro. Live it, bro. Live it. Be the socialist you say you are. Anyway, that's just me. You guys should ask him about the chicken. And also ask him for the Craigslist post about giving away the $20,000 free.
The thing is that, like, Ethan is sort of, in a lot of ways, he's doing what we see, like, TYT doing in terms of taking the path of least resistance, right? There's some issues that you can be ignorant on, you can be wrong on, but if the public is also wrong and ignorant about those issues, you can kind of cook, right? And this is one of those things that's this is the path of least resistance. If somebody is a socialist and you don't like them and you're against socialism, you can say, well, look at this, you live in a society, you spend money, that's not very socialist of you. That's not, you bought a house, you leased a car, oh, that's not very socialist of you.
Designer dogs.
Meanwhile, Hassan is giving like a good percentage of his income to unionizing efforts in large companies like Amazon.
You guys, oh my God, I was been looking high and low for the perfect dog. I've been to 20 pounds. And then magically one night.
There was a command in chat where you could get his chicken recipe. Isn't it just, like, I know these like lifting bros, they usually just eat boiled chicken. Is his special? Does he season it good?
It was like a Portuguese black spotted a pit bull bulldog. Yeah, I know it's crazy, you guys. They usually cost like $50,000 from really obscure breeders in Japan only. But I found
you got to go to a really obscure breeder in Japan
for free on Craigslist.
Wait, he's talking about a different kind of dog, right? What is he fucking talking about?
And it was also a puppy.
And it was a pup. Oh my God. He found a designer dog puppy for free on Craigslist. And that's how afraid of his audience he is. He can't even be honest about that. Like he did.
Do I need to look this up? Let's see what the internet says about designer dogs. Designer dog. What if I type in designer dog and it's just like a okay, so designer breeds combine the best of both worlds. Registered pure dog breeds are mixed on purpose to create designer breeds. Intentional mixing of the breed optimizes the best characteristics for each parent. Or it could just be a dog of mixed breed. Wait, okay, so yeah, wait, these are like the dogs. Why are designer dog breeds considered bad? So like Pomskis, exotic bullies, Merle, French bulldogs, doodles, etc. Start off mixed breeds cannot be ethically bred. Purebreds have set a standard that defines what a member of the breed should act like and look like. Sounds racist, but about dogs. Creates a breed type, which is how you identify a breed based on looks alone. Standards are also define purpose. Wait, what the fuck are we talking about? What did I click on? Dogs with set standards also have something called breed clubs. Breed clubs ensure. Oh my God, this just sounds like somebody that's really into dog breeding. Why are they bad though? Okay, so they can suffer from like illnesses and diseases and like these dogs sell to the uneducated, unwitting people for $5,000 at a time. But if this is a thing, if there's like designer dog, designer dog, like I swear to God, this just makes me think of like Build-A-Bear. The designer dog. Mastiff, Saint Bernard, Chow. Saint Bermastiff is a kind of is not a purebred dog. It's a cross between a Saint Bernard and a Mastiff. Yeah, like the third thing is an Instagram post from Hassan about Kayah. Chow Chow with Saint Bernard. I'm seeing Saint Bernard Mastiff as a designer dog breed, but I'm not seeing, and I'm seeing Saint Bernard Chow. Ethan is saying that Hassan is a bad person for getting a designer dog. Then you will need to hold our ancestors to the same standards where they breeded dogs to create hunting companions. I mean, some of the just dog breeds have like, problems that are sort of bred into, health problems bred into them. Buying purebred dogs can be problematic. True. But yeah, I'm getting into a vortex of dog racism, and I want to get out.
Good things. He donated to Pounds and stuff, which is good, right? He donated for people's adoptions. That's a good thing to do. But he's so afraid of his fucking audience, and he needs to be perceived as this perfect moral arbiter, this perfect...
Watch Hassan's video where he talks about it.
Of a person that he can't be like, yeah, I bought the dog. Dumbass liar.
When you say Hassan's video when he talks about it, are you talking about from like yesterday, from really recently? And thank you for the super chat, Izzy Sanchez. Because I think, he responded to Ethan and he does talk about the dog some, but or are you talking about like another video where he goes into like Kayah's? Yeah, there's something about when they start talking about purebred dogs and all this shit. It's just like, I don't know. This is like, the president making content nukes? I could imagine that somehow. I mean, he's got, they both got bit by the narcissism bug. The president and Ethan. Hassan said the owner did not know the breed of the father. This is why he had to do a DNA test on stream. He was genuinely curious. Also, go talk to Dr. Mike about designer dogs. Wait, who's Dr. Mike?
Anyway, go on. Listen, our friendship was a farce, so just speak your shit. Speak your shit and I'll speak my shit. Nobody ever calls me a fake comedian.
This is all a farce.
That's gloves off, buddy. I'll tell you what, man.
Still doing fucking 2014 memes on the timeline. Well, I'm
not even on the timeline. Excuse me, of 20. Bro, what are you even on? Excuse me, bro.
I'm 2420, bro. Did he say 2024? Did he just respond with 2024? That's hilarious. I can't tell. It looks like the captions are screwed up, but I'm guessing he said 2024. His mom and even his dad cook for him since he's streaming. That's nice of them. And yeah, he gets them. He orders them food a lot too. I wish my parents would do that for me. Actually, though, my mom, like, one time, like when I went vegetarian, she cooked, or vegan, yeah, she cooked me like a dessert, like a vegan dessert that I would have never known how to make. She took the time to like look it up and be like, how do you make tofu cheesecake? And I'm just like, wait, I thought I wasn't gonna get to eat cheesecake. And she's like,
my memes are fresh and hot, and they're not on the timeline.
my memes are fresh and hot because I steal them from my crew. I culturally appropriate them from my crew.
2014 memes in your video. And this isn't a criticism, but let's just be real.
Like which?
Like the Ty Lopez.
And also, he's still saying 2024. What's up with?
Oh, well, that was that was a callback because his dumbass would.
Well, you're doing yeah, right, but I just
he was like this guy's great because he reads a lot of books. He's fucking read so many books. How
it's very Ty Lopez.
Hassan's about to counter exactly what he's saying.
I'm just pointing out.
But he hasn't. I mean,
it's roughly 2014.
Because if that's what he's referring to, I mean, apparently he hasn't watched the video. I don't know.
I'm lying anymore. I'm actually too scared to be.
Ooh, chickpea cheesecake. I gotta try that, Narwhal. Chickpeas and cashews, says Ophelia. I'll have to try that. Easiest vegan dessert is chocolate pudding. Oh, hell yeah. Avocado, cacao powder, sweetener, and nut milk blend. That sounds delicious, Chazard. In fact, I think I've had something like that.
On the timeline, so I just fucking constantly whine about it from behind my Instagram stories. Even
dude, the stuff he's going on about is just sad. Sorry, I'm like off Twitter. I thought that was a good thing, and also it's owned by white supremacist Nazis. Like you probably should not be on there too, dumbass.
Yeah.
He's like, this pussy doesn't even spend time on fucking Twitter. This dude's a giant fucking pussy, bro. There's a clip of Hassan. They're having like a night out with, and like Valkyrie is with him, and she's like, Hassan's always on his phone. He's off screen, always on his phone, and he got all butthurt. It's like, yeah, we know, bro. You have a problem. You spend a lot of time on Twitter. That's not necessarily like a fucking admirable trait, dude. Dude, this pussy doesn't even spend time on Twitter. What a fucking loser. Bro, I just made an hour and 40-minute video talking in great detail about your deficits, right? And instead of addressing that, you're saying this dude's a pussy for not being on Twitter? That's your response? What?
Yeah, I don't think Ethan is built for this.
Even though I'm a fucking 50-year-old dude with like 3 children, and I spend most of my time.
So hold on. You're saying because I'm a 50-year-old dude and I have a family, therefore I should be on Twitter more? And
50-year-old dude.
Hiding? Also, bro, let's please, dude. You're not that young. What's he, like 34? 35?
3. Yeah.
Like, bro, I'm sorry. I'm 39. We're in the same decade. You're lonely
We're in the same decade, Hassan. How dare you call me a 50-year-old dude?
Family's ass bitch.
Just because I'm throwing 50-year-old energy.
You know what I mean? I'm sorry, bro. I'm not judging you for not being married and not having a family, but let's be real here, okay?
Yeah, look. If there's something that gets to you and you're a streamer, like, never let anybody know. Like, look, if you're Josuke in part 4, JoJo Diamond is Unbreakable. Whoa. You can, oh my god. Fuck. You know, you can beat somebody up if they insult your hair, right? You're really proud of your hair. Somebody insults your hair. You can literally, you know, beat the crap out of them, make their nose heel broken with with Crazy Diamond. But you're a streamer and that you can't do that. So don't let people know if saying that you look 50 gets to you, because I'm sure that he's not the only one to think that you are in your late 40s or 50s.
Very close in age, okay? And he's doing the Leafy. This man has fallen so far. He's doing the Leafy. Get a load of this old fucking loser with kids. He doesn't even spend all of his day on Twitter, dude. Like, dude has really...
Why are we bringing up Leafy? Anybody... What did I miss? Why are we bringing... Why is he bringing Leafy?
He's scraping the bottom of the barrel. He is a lost.
You're a 34-year-old man. A 34-year-old man.
That's him! Hassan's doing that. At least Leafy was saying my real age, too. Now I'm 50, according to Hassan.
How old?
Did Leafy call him old?
Is this guy again?
He's
Like
44.
35, 40?
He is stuck in 2014. That is a very old reference. Yup. You got it, Narwhal. You got it.
That's how old Hassan is. Leafy can do it. That's how old Hassan is.
Literally.
Like, what kind of
we're getting Leafy in 2025.
insult is that, bro? What are you doing?
Online.
It's my job too, by the way, and I make a good living. You know,
fucking crying.
Yeah.
Most of it.
Yeah.
Anyway, if I was one of those things, then obviously that would be really scary. You know, I'd be really scared of the rising tide of socialism and communism in the United States of America. Ooh, terror.
Yeah, I mean, that's not at all what the video was about. I mean, I think it was specifically targeted at like online, quote unquote, socialists who are more interested in like feeling superior and feeling like they're such great fucking people.
That's a hard 39. Cymaria. Yes. And that comment goes hard.
Actual like communism or socialism as it's expressed as like real people express it. But of course, if you watch the video, that was like maybe like, I don't know, like 30 seconds, like a short joke at the very beginning of the video. And this is what Hassan does. He does these straw mans. He goes, I didn't even watch the hour and 40-minute long video, but it's just about, socialists are scary. It's like, man, I can see why you think that.
He's referencing Leafy because Ethan is so isolated from the rest of the world. This man famously said he does not go anywhere outside other than for work and does not travel. Damn. That is pretty. Oh yeah, the leftovers videos are still up. Yeah. Hassan mentions that basically he's like, if you want to know my response to any of these things, you can watch the leftovers videos where we argued about them, because this like half of this shit was brought up in those videos. Others of it was brought up by DGG and answered by Hassan or answered by, somebody on his Discord. It's just like this shit has been debunked.
That's what I talked about for an hour and 40 minutes.
All right, chat. We have officially gotten to the witching hour. All right. I want to cover more of this, but it is now midnight. I may have to wait until tomorrow to do it. Are you okay with another H3 stream? I don't want to give you too much of the same thing. I know there's TYT vying for my attention and Trump and all this other shit. We do need to do a politics stream soon, and we do need to do like we need to do a subathon on Twitch sometime. I need to spend some time like exclusively on Twitch. He expects his audience to also be afraid of socialism despite being workers. Yeah. He doesn't understand. He does not understand the class antagonism. He does not understand the fundamental contradiction. Narwhal by nature with the 5 gifted memberships. Oh my gosh. Just in time to keep me on for longer? Proof, you just got weaseled. Man, you just got weaseled. Sweetly Dark Art, you just got weaseled. Melissa Olson, you just got weasels. Mike Mancuso, you just got weaseled, and that's a good thing. It's 7 a.m. where you are. It's only 7 p.m. here. I do have to get to sleep, but let's do some bonus content. So chat, if I'm looking at the poll, it looks like TYT on Elon's salute. It looks like that's in first place. Is anybody who's donated or wants to donate want to add their 2 cents or 5 cents or 15 subs to one of these other subjects? Or should we just go with the TYT? Should we just go with the hummus? The hummus, I can't. It's what capitalism gets you, longer streams, yeah, and me not having a good bedtime. But I'm game. Trump is losing all his trade wars was pretty special. It's funny, he's trying to spin it, and the right-wingers definitely spinning it. Like, they're trying to make it like, oh no, he got everything he want. He got Canada to declare a czar of fentanyl. That is literally all he got. Like a performative move by Justin Trudeau. Add my votes for TYT. Oh my gosh. Well, it looks like it's going to be TYT then. Unless anybody else that works for this part of the Dodo class. Okay, we got 2 parts of the Dodo class signing off on the TYT. I think it's unbeatable, chat. Let's visit the TY. Let's see, like, here we go. We got you some TYT. TYT, Elon Musk, salute. TYT reacts. Oh no, wait, there's a debate? Oh, which one was I supposed to watch? I think it's this one. The reacts. And we'll finish the Hassan and Ethan tomorrow.
You know, important some or not, but this one this one really matters. And I just want to say thank you for making it happen. Thank you.
Anybody see this or anybody see the debate? I'm wondering who the debate was between. You know, I've seen a lot of people worry about getting demonetized for that. But here's the deal. That's the richest man in the world. There's no way that any platform is gonna call that shit for what it is. Yeah, that should get you demonetized. It won't. They will say, no, he was just, the heart goes out. It's the heart, his heart.
Elon Musk is sucking all the air out of the room today due to that gesture that he made while speaking at Trump's inauguration rally on Inauguration Day. Now, the big question, did Musk intend on doing a Nazi salute? Because that's what it appeared to be. Or is he just an awkward guy who's on the spectrum and didn't realize that as he was expressing himself and his excitement, he came across as someone doing the Nazi salute. Now, before we adjudicate this, let's take a look at another angle that shows him doing the gesture, not once, but twice.
I thought he did it 3 times. Didn't he turn around and do it?
Making it happen. Thank you.
Oh, great. We got to watch multiple Nazi salutes. That's awesome.
All right, now when he does it, he says something along the lines of, my heart goes out to you, which provides some plausible deniability. And look, the first time I saw the video, he is on the spectrum and he does express himself physically in awkward ways at times. So I didn't know for sure like what was going on, but after watching the video a few times, watching the other angle, I think your theory is the correct theory, Jenk. So
your theory is correct, Jenk. What is Jenk's theory? Wait, did Jenk say what his theory is? Wait, so is Jenk saying that this was like a exuberant expression of joy from a young autistic man of 60? How old is Elon? 55? My neurodivergent self did not expect this to be used as an excuse. Yeah. Contrary to popular opinion, being neurodivergent does not make you do racist gestures. At least I don't have to hear it. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, leave autism out of this, right? Autistic people do not need to catch these strays. Wait, but like, what is she saying? I agree with Jenk. What? I didn't hear what Jenk's opinion was. Jenk's opinion that he was being overly exuberant. Here's the deal, okay? He did the gesture on purpose. He knew it was going to look like a Nazi salute, and he knew that people were going to react to it. Now, what is in Elon's dark little heart? I don't much know, and I don't much care, because whether or not he is a dyed-in-the-wool National Socialist Hitlerite, he is serving an agenda that is fascist. I really, beyond that, it doesn't matter. I don't need to parse his exact intent or whether he was memeing or anything. It doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter. He's a fascist. He's ruining our fucking country. He's dangerous. All right? That's all you need to know. That's literally all you need to know. I will tell you for sure, though, he did not do that gesture without knowing exactly what it looked like. All right. And beyond that, I'm not going to parse it.
I want to go to you.
Yeah. So look, we're doing a poll on it in the live chat. Watch the show live, 6 to 8 p.m.
Doing a poll on it?
Heard. So he's a troller in chief, and that was definitely a Nazi salute.
Look, I mean, you can troll in a Schrodinger's douchebag kind of way, right? You can troll, but still mean something, right? You can troll and do like a racist gesture, and you actually, and like I said, it doesn't matter. Like the dude's enacting a racist nationalist agenda,
in my opinion. And is it because he's an actual Nazi? Probably not. I hope not.
Oh yes, 78% yes. So wait, that's Jink's answer? Probably not, hope not? Like he was trolling in the sense that he wanted people to respond, he wanted people to call him out, and he knew that the right was primed when people on the left call him out to be like, ah ha ha ha, you think everyone is a Nazi. And it's just like the fucking frog has been boiled. The frog has been boiled. If a troll trolls live on television, does it count as a salute? If a troll trolls in the forest, does it make a noise?
But now it's slightly in question. But
now it's slightly in question. Oh, so he's like maybe he was being a Nazi, but probably not.
But the main thing is he loves getting the attention, and he knows that the wilder and the crazier thing he does.
Yeah, let's check on Polymark. On Polymarket.
He's right. Look at all the attention he's gotten. So look, there's two things. One, that was not a mild thing. A lot of people raise their hands and people make too much of it. And as usual, we're principled here. And I remember when Laura Ingraham—
He's not just raising his hand. He's not just raising his hand.
Raised her hand in a— people say in a similar way. It wasn't really that similar.
Look, yeah, there is a meme where you can find almost any politician raising their hand, and it can kind of look like it might be, you could be like, here's Kamala Harris doing a Nazi salute, right? But if you look at it from another angle, you're going to see something different. You're going to realize that it's her waving is what she's doing. But some people are just dense, and some people are, oh God, it's kind of like a card says moops thing, isn't it? Is it like a card says moops?
Just raised her hand, and people at the RNC, and people said, "Oh, it sounds like a Nazi salute." And I was like, "No, it doesn't." Right? That looked like a Nazi salute. Okay.
Like they'll pretend they didn't mean it as a Nazi salute, and you can't prove that they didn't. So,
At a sick Heil. And if you notice on the second one, in the first one, he put it on his heart and then did this sign. And that's his plausible deniability. What? I was just saying from my heart, right? But look at on the second one, he forgets to put it on his heart, and he just sick Heil.
No.
Then he puts it on his heart.
No, he does it in the beginning too, in the second time.
No, he run it again. I didn't see that.
Okay, watch carefully.
Okay.
Wait, what is Jink saying?
Because
Jink is saying there's a difference between the way he does it the first time and the way he does it the second time. He puts it on his heart afterward.
I think he puts it on his heart afterwards.
He does
because
afterwards.
he forgot to put it on his heart the first time around.
Okay, let's play.
I think, but let's
because he forgot to put it on his heart the first time around.
So there he is.
We are having to watch this like so many times.
Does it in the front, then he turns around. Are there people, like, is there a crowd? See, he puts it.
No, I don't. All right, anyway, it doesn't matter. You guys all saw it. He went, I don't think he put it on his heart. That's why he did it afterwards. Anyways, it doesn't matter. What matters is the way he did it. It wasn't, I just raised my hand and I waved. He did a salute. So anyways, look guys, mission accomplished for Elon Musk. Everybody's talking about it. But when guys, even if it's just to get attention, when you're doing sick Heils, disconcerting, deeply troubling. That means there are no boundaries. There's no bounds left.
Look, the one thing that I know without—
Yeah, I'm saying it's a sign of boiling, the frog being boiled. That if somebody did that early in Trump's first administration, it would get called out a lot more. It would be a big deal. He'd have to have people, he'd have to have his surrogates come out and say, like he might even fire somebody for it. just to get the heat off, right? Like if this happened right after Charlottesville, it would be a problem. Unfortunately, they have been boiling the frog for so long that I swear to God, he could have probably said Sig Heil and gotten away with it. Or not yet, but at some point, right? That's what's next. That's what's next is they do it more audaciously, more obviously, and you still have people say, no, the emperor is fully clothed and his clothes are beautiful. These are the most beautiful, most refined clothes in all the land. Aren't the emperor's new clothes beautiful? Yes, I do agree, right? And he's fucking sitting there with his crusty ball sack hanging down.
Not a shadow of a doubt is that these guys get their rocks off on making people on the left panic and freak out. And so they intentionally troll and they intentionally do things to get the kind of reaction that Elon Musk, congratulations, got today. I have a lot of issues with Elon Musk. I don't think he's a Nazi. Okay.
I don't think he's a Nazi. Look, fascist is bad enough, okay? He's pretty close to some Nazis. He's pretty friendly with some Nazis on Twitter and in Germany. But it doesn't fucking matter. Fascism, it's like, I love this fucking fetish for like, no, somebody has to be a literal fucking LARPing, like dressed up in, 1940s era German military garb to be a Nazi. Somebody's literally got to put on a Hitler mustache and say Sig Heil to be a Nazi. No, fascist is bad enough, okay? Come on, let's not fuck around with this. It is so weird what Anna is trying to do here. To be like, look at this. Well, he wants you all to react, and here you are all reacting. But I mean, I recognize that he's doing that to get a reaction. I still don't think the right thing to do is ignore it. You don't ignore somebody, the fucking most powerful man in the world, and yes, I did say the most powerful man. I'm giving him that over Trump. You don't let him, stand up there and do a fucking Nazi salute and just act like fucking, this is fine. This is fine.
Hey, remember?
Yeah, no Hitler stash, no Nazi. That's right, WB.
Just a few short weeks ago, MAGA was going after him over him wanting to loosen restrictions and the cap on
what is she going to say? That he did not have the most racist take in the H-1B discussion? So he's not a...
1B visas because he wants to bring more high-skilled Indian.
See, he likes having skilled Indian workers who he can exploit and underpay. Therefore, he's not a Nazi. Fuck you, Anna Kasparian. Fuck you and your ridiculous, ever increasing blonde hair.
Workers into the country. It's not exactly something a Nazi would want to do.
That doesn't sound like something a Nazi would do.
Okay, I don't think he's a Nazi. I do think he's a grade A.
Yeah, Nazis have never exploited brown people. That's right.
Troll, and I think he enjoys being the center of attention. And all day today, he's been the center of attention on social media.
Yeah, by the way, the ADL that's supposed to protect Jews in America gave him a total pass on it. They never, ever would have done that before. And he said anti-Semitic things before. And I don't know what kind of deal they made, but they definitely made a deal.
So let me get to that.
Okay, so go ahead.
So first,
is this Jank being moderately reasonable and Anna just being fucking over the rainbow again?
Before I get to the ADL,
I hate to give him that, but
Israeli publication that we actually report from often because they do great.
But what is his whole thing? Like, even if they're racist, don't call him a racist? Because that's not a conversation starter.
Work. Haaretz weighed in on this. And so Haaretz, this Israeli newspaper, described Musk delivering a...
Haaretz described Musk as delivering a Roman salute, a fascist salute, most commonly associated with Nazi Germany.
Roman salute, a fascist salute, most commonly associated with Nazi Germany. So that's their take on it. Yeah. And by the way, Haaretz doesn't go around calling people Nazis and anti-Semites because they're very sensitive to that. Because anyone who's
Narwhal by nature says,
super chatted.
I hope I'm not stepping on your TTS, Narwhal. I'm so angry. This ignorant woman just unintentionally made the argument that slave owners weren't racist because they, yes, they chose to enslave black people. Yeah, if they were racist, they wouldn't want anything to do with black people, according to Anna.
Critical.
And obviously, chat, we're not comparing the kind of exploitation that goes on under the H-1B program to slavery. There is a substantive difference, but it is still an exploitation of these people, and it does not prove that somebody is not fucking racist.
Of Israel's government and how they carry out their war against Palestinians gets immediately labeled anti-Semitic, and they push back against that. So they're not the type of people who just throw that label out on everyone. Now, the Anti-Defamation League, though, had a very different take. In a statement they wrote, "It seems that Elon Musk made an awkward gesture in..."
Oh my God, he made an awkward gesture in a moment of enthusiasm, not a Nazi salute, but again, we appreciate that people are on edge at this moment. In this moment, all sides should give each other a bit of grace, perhaps even a benefit of the doubt, and take a break. Yeah, give the Nazis a benefit of the doubt. Great idea, ADL. Great idea. You're really standing by that never again philosophy. God damn. This is so dystopian.
A moment of enthusiasm.
Get the
Not,
out of here.
Not a Nazi salute, but again, we appreciate that people are on edge. In this moment, all sides should give one another a bit of grace, perhaps even the benefit of the doubt, and take a breath. This is a new beginning. Let's hope for healing and work toward unity in the months and years ahead. Now, many were furious with that statement, including AOC. Musk, though, responded to AOC on X by accusing her of having TDS and calling her unhinged. Like he loves this, he lives for this, he revels in it.
Yeah, ADL is supposed to protect us from anti-Semitism in America, but they're doing no such thing. Instead, their only mission now appears to be protect a different country, Israel. Forget Jews in America. Who cares about Jews in America? We have to protect Israel. And
Jink, you got to watch your own hand motions. I know you weren't trying to do any kind of salute, but just a little too close there, a little too close. And now I'm set for pattern recognition. Did you see that, chat? Did you see the way that his hand moved?
Only mission now appears to be protect a different country, Israel. Forget Jews in America.
No, Jink, don't do it. Don't do it.
About Jews in America. We have to protect Israel. And Elon Musk criticized Israel, then he went and kissed their ass. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know if Elon Musk is financing the Anti-Defamation League now and they're getting money from him.
Wait, there is a connection between Elon and the ADL. I don't remember what's up, Nabil? Good to see you. There is a connection though, right, between Elon and the ADL. I mean, he kind of owned them. At one point, they were critical of him, and Twitter came down on the ADL, and they only relented when they basically withdrew their criticism of Elon. Yeah, I think it was after that where he reads some Nazi saying some great replacement shit, and he's like, "You have said the actual truth, my good sir. You have said the truth." And the ADL tried to call it out, but they folded. They folded like a cheap chair.
Or he said, "Oh, I'll help Israel with X or Y or Z." I don't know. But I do know that the ADL that was deeply concerned about Elon Musk's anti-Semitism now is saying, Nazi salute on Inauguration Day. No big deal. What are you guys being so sensitive about?
Well, remember, he was being critical of how Israel was prosecuting the war on X. He was posting about it. Then he was pressured to go on that trip to Israel.
Wait, he was being critical? Did Anna just say he's being critical about how Israel was conducting the war? Did this happen? I don't think that Elon is, wait.
The ADL that was deeply concerned about Elon Musk's anti-Semitism now is saying, Nazi salute on Inauguration Day. No big deal. What are you guys being so sensitive about?
Well, remember, he was being critical of how Israel was prosecuting the war on X.
He was being critical of how Israel was, is that true? I think she's misremembering. I think that the ADL incident came from him saying that the Great Replacement theory was the actual truth.
He was posting about it. Then he was pressured to go on that trip to Israel. He did go on that trip to Israel, and then he came back and he behaved like a good boy.
Yeah, Elon's been a very, very good boy, so he's allowed to do Nazi salutes. Thanks, ADL, for protecting us. Get out of here, man. The ADL has completely, utterly lost their way. They're Israel obsessed. And by the way, if you really wanted to protect against anti-Semitism, you would be focusing all of your energies on stopping Netanyahu, who's driving more anti-Semitism than I've ever seen in my life. He's getting the whole world to hate Israel and unfortunately to hate Jews worldwide. Are you doing anything about that? No. Netanyahu's the greatest. Kill more Palestinians. ADL, thanks a lot for fighting against anti-Semitism. Bunch of losers. Anyway, I can't stand those guys now. They used to do good work. They used to be principled. Now they're just Israel obsessed. Must continue genocide. Oh, we're the Anti-Defamation League. Sure you are, brother. Anyways, so vote in the poll. I'm curious how you guys come out on it. But my sense of it is he did it on purpose. That's not an accident. It wasn't, oh golly gee, I just happened to do the identical Nazi salute and with a very sharp, crisp, extending of the elbow, right?
Twice, yeah.
Twice. Get out of here.
Like, I'm convinced that Elon got Nazi lessons. He got a real Nazi to teach him how to do that shit. Bro, acting tough, but he lets his employees talk shit about his family. Oh yeah, true. Yeah, Anna was talking shit about Hassan. I think that's what Nabil is talking about.
And yeah, let's cross our fingers and hope he's just trolling. But ADL, why don't you help him a little bit more as long as he kisses Israel's ass, right? And then when it's too late here in America, you'll go, oh, well, nobody could have seen this coming.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show.
Oh my God, there was some good chat. Wait, where did this come from? Yeah, somebody was saying TYT's script is being written by monkeys on typewriters now. Yeah, here it is. Starting to suspect TYT regurgitated what monkeys wrote on a typewriter backstage. Several Wolf says non-unionized monkeys in type. Yeah, they're not even employees actually. They're 1099s. Nazi monkeys. There we go. Seen Elon doing the heart symbol. It's very different. Jink made me laugh sometimes with his screaming, as if they actually do that. Why is he getting any grace? He should be held up to the highest standards. And that you got people go, he doesn't understand. Ooh, oh my God, yeah, this fucking weird thing of seeing Elon as a neurodivergent child or whatever. This is so bizarre. The kind of and also associating, like, yeah, this is not a characteristic of being neurodivergent, that you are finding yourself accidentally doing Nazi salutes. That is a stray that autistic people do not need to catch. Monkeys are notoriously difficult to is that true? Notoriously difficult to unionize, you say? Jink did deflect his actions to the ADL lame, but he agrees that was crazy, but he still didn't talk about the source. Gaslighting was absolutely insane. Yeah, Anna's fucking lost. Anna is so lost, so beyond lost. Anyway, chat, I have stayed up a bit past my bedtime, but we hit that dono goal, and damned if I'm gonna leave you without I think there's been one time where we've hit the dono goal and I didn't do the content because the stream cut out, and I felt really bad about that, so wanted to make sure that we covered the bonus. And we finally got to see TYT and their Elon take, so that's another one marked off. Oh, geez, you know what else I didn't do? I don't think I thanked my Patreons. So, Patreon membership has its benefits. Wait, should I do this the right way? I feel like I do this the wrong way all the time. The right way is to start off by putting Patreon link in chat. I think this is, wait, no. Is it just, it's this, right? Patreon.com/nocommentchick. Somebody check that, make sure that's right. Whoa, I think I messed up the URL somehow. 2 HTTPSs? Oh, come on. Let's try that again. There it is, I think. Somebody check that. Anyway, my Patreon membership has its benefits. So one of the benefits that everybody gets on my Patreon, no matter what tier you're at, is you get to see my videos. Before they come out, you get to see them first. And sometimes they are uncensored, and sometimes they contain extra scenes. So that's one benefit of membership. The other benefit is that if at the $5 level and above, I give you a fancy shout out. So let me do that now. Shouts out to Orel's Ellipsis, shouts out to Temporal Insanity, shouts out to Funky Monkey, shouts out to Shakespeare, shouts out to Nadia, shouts out to Moe Noe, shouts out to Magoggles, shouts out to Just Julie, shouts out to Jules K, shouts out to Infallible Fowl, shouts out to Hot Ham Radio, shouts out to Good for Gabby, shouts out to Buffy Geek, shouts out to Zerazerix, shouts out to fancy shoutouts out to Zerazerix, to Rachel K, to Crystal Saphira, and to Omega Star. And with that, chat, I believe I must bid you adieu. Why not? Waiting for the raid to go in to... I've got to get some sleep. I will be back tomorrow. My life is crazy. I've got a lot to deal with. Hopefully I can find some better roommates now. So I'll be working on that, and hopefully I get my my cord. It's supposed to come tomorrow. So thank you for hanging out here. Thank you, mods, for keeping us all safe. I really appreciate you all. And thanks for all the support, everybody. Thanks for hitting that like button. It helps me out a lot, and I appreciate it greatly. And now I will raid you into Political Punk. Raid. Good night. I'm going to be really careful about my